Part 3 of Batman Begins. And we start off with this shot. This is the way Bruce looks the day after he fell off of a rooftop building. He's literally here asking old man Morgan Freeman to get him something to help him with paragliding, I think, or like falling off of rooftops. This guy is not bruised. He hasn't broken any legs, any arms. He has not fractured his spine. He did not twist an ankle. For all Chris knows attention to detail, he sure forgot that Bruce is human and bruisable. We are too, he tells Gordon. But what about old man Morgan Freeman? What about Alfred? And yet they are literally going lickety-split in the soon-to-be Batmobile, and they are getting ready to jump, and yet they aren't wearing seat belts. Is Batman too cool for seat belts? And yet, apparently, this Bruce does not bruise or get hurt. Aside from the broken leg, which they referred to in the opening flashback, which was set, but the next night at the movie theater, he was fine. So apparently that leg healed within a day. But anyway, even if Bruce is immortal, that's literally his thing, isn't it? This is literally occurring to me, but in the third one, he breaks his back, and the only way that he can recover from having his back broken is because Chris knows Bruce Wayne is Wolverine. There you have it. That's it. That's also how he survives being blown to smithereens with a nuclear bomb. Got it. I can actually go now. Oh man. Okay. I'm obviously not going home because I am home. This is my study. But although Bruce, I'm just going to go out from now on and assume Bruce is immortal. And immortal Bruce might not bruise, but old man Morgan Freeman is in the car with him and he isn't wearing a seatbelt either. Okay? Why bats? Like, damn, this is some second screen nonsense right here. We know why bats. Even if you didn't know why bats, because you didn't watch anything before about Batman. If you didn't read a comic, if you haven't seen a movie, if you haven't seen one of the TV shows, if you haven't been anywhere near pop culture, if this is literally the first time you see Batman, you know already why bats. You know why bats. Okay. Wait. So Bruce literally overhears plans of Falcone planning to kill Rachel. And his first order of the day isn't to safeguard Rachel, but to go play with these guys? Like, this is not how stories work. If you hear about the imminent death threats against someone, you do something about that immediately. I know this Batman isn't reacting to this will, but even this is a stretch. Like, we have already established that Chris has no idea how poverty works, but apparently he has no idea how unlimited wealth works either. Later, we'll see Bruce buy a hotel for the sake of his cover story, but he can't hire some private detectives to safeguard Rachel. The one person he should be caring about. I mean, we've already established that he doesn't give a damn about either Alfred or old man Morgan Freeman, but apparently he still likes Rachel, so he should be, we are told he is willing to die for Rachel later on in the second movie. And if he doesn't want her to know that he is protecting her or that Batman is protecting her, then he should have just hired some security guys to protect her. They can even do it on the sly. And if he wanted extra barrier between him and the security company, he could have just bought a corporation or something. Hell, he can import a security firm if you want to make sure that the security people aren't someone in the pocket of Falcone or Raz. Like, I actually know some people. I literally, not exaggerating, I actually know some people. I mean, after all, that's all that Afrikaners are good for in Hollywood, to be the mercenaries. And well, I know some. Actually, I know some who are security guards. They're not mercenaries, although I've met those as well. But I know some security guards, some really good, well-trained security guards who would be able to safeguard Rachel, his only friend, the woman he loves. You know, it's like Chris Snow grew up rich enough to fly first class, but not rich enough to own his own jet. And neither his imagination nor his touted attention to detail were able to fill in the gaps of how the ultra rich or the abject poor live. Like, he can only imagine this middle rich class. Like, he's not middle class, he's like wealthy, but the middle class rich. Like, that's the only thing Chris Snow knows about. Nice coat. Like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Nice coat. Nice. This isn't attention to detail. This is. Moving on. And what does this change? Rachel literally said 10 years ago that everyone knew where to find Falcone. 10 years ago. The problem isn't that nobody could find him, it's that nobody would prosecute him. So tying Falcone to a light is about as helpful as scratching your nose when your rear end is itching, to paraphrase my late father-in-law. He delivered on one of the biggest crime lords, like, how? Falcone wasn't hiding. He gave us everything, but they had everything already. The problem isn't that they didn't have the things. It's that nobody would prosecute Falcone. Like, I'm not being pedantic about the world even that Chris Snow created. I'm just referring back to the shit he said in his own script. Anyway, look, a bruise. There's a bruise. I mean, although I would like to point out that Alfred tells Bruce at this point that he who is Bruce, will need a hobby to explain the bruises, like polo. Yeah, that was polo. But we never return to that. Like, we never see him practicing any hobby ever again. Besides, it's not like he's bruising on his face ever. Like, ever. So, whatever. Wait, is Rutger the big brains? The big bad? Not Raz? No. My bad. Rutger has been pushing Wayne Industries to develop weapons tech, and one of their prototype weapons were stolen. I thought when the guy came in to talk to Rutger that he was telling him that their plans for world domination or destroying Gotham was in trouble, but no, he was just referring. I thought he was referring to the drug bust on the docks, but no. The guy who comes to talk to Rutger talks about this lost prototype microwave oven. And yeah, Rutger is still not a bad guy though. We were just told to dislike him because he put Wayne Industries up to become public, I guess, and started making weapons, doing weapons research. Not even making all these weapons, just doing weapons research. Like, is that a bad thing? Anyway, no, you can't just buy a hotel. You can't. You can start the process, but you will still need lawyers and stuff. And most of all, the owner should be selling. You can't just make out a check for lots of money and declare yourself the owner of a hotel. That is not how the will works at all. And why is Rachel holding a candle for this man? In every scene they've had together, he was mean to her, even cruel. Chris Snow tells us they grew up together, but in literally the first scene of the movie, Kid Bruce is a little shit towards Kid Rachel. And we and Chris Snow, are we just shipping them simply because she's literally the only female character in this movie? I always thought Katie Holmes must have done something stupid to be kicked off the movie, or she made a wrong choice to be kicked off of this franchise. But I'm starting to think that she saw the writing on the wall and realized this character of Rachel is just about as deep as the pool that Bruce just crawled out of. And I never could figure out the point of the Scarecrow subplot. Take it out and nothing really changes. You just have to rearrange a few things, like nothing. Like, there's not a lot. You just save time in this movie. Even the first time, I thought it was a bit of an add-on. I trust Nolan that he knew what he was doing, but he wasn't. And it's such a sad thing because both the Scarecrow character and the actor Cillian Murphy are strong enough and cool enough. They could have had their own movie, and them being just a little add-on just for spice is such a wasted opportunity. And how long did he squat there, hoping Gordon would come out? And what if his wife was the one to take out the trash tonight, or what if boys? And I have to wonder what is Gordon's motivation. He said he isn't a snitch, and he says he thinks Batsy is trying to help. But he also admits that he could be wrong. So why is he so loose-lipped with info he gives Batsy? Like, he literally just said a few scenes ago that he's no rat, but he decided he has finally found the one person in Gotham he wants to rat out to. Gordon isn't a good man. He was just waiting for the correct person to rat out to, and he's found it in Batman, and maybe Batman's trying to do good, but he doesn't even know. He just decided to be loose-lipped with all the information that Batsy needs. Gordon might be a good man underneath, but his actions show us that he is a very unprofessional cop. Anyway, did the Memento guy not pay for his falafel? Falafel? That's how he pronounced it. Beforehand, like, he got the falafel and he walked away and this guy's like, "Hey, I've got family to feed." It's like, are we supposed to think that the Memento guy is bad just because he didn't pay this guy? Like, we knew that already. We knew already he was a bad guy, but before the falafel guy starts with your falafel, you have to pay the falafel guy. I don't know. It's just swear it to me. Okay, that's good. Swear it. Yeah, that's very cool. I like it. Yeah, that's good. I'm not really convinced on how scary Falcone was. He's been operating in the city for at least a decade and a half. But he was dispatched really easily and pretty handily. Everyone's been talking about you. Yes, we know. Bruce knows. Everyone knows. So what is the relevance of this scene with this kid in the movie? It's not giving anyone new information. And if he doesn't give any new information, it should have been left in the cutting room. Bruce should be dead. between being set on fire, falling off a building. He should be dead. But no, and not only is he not dead, look how much his unprotected face is not burnt from being set on fire. This guy has superior healing skills. He is Wolverine. Chuck. No, it's schnicked, isn't it? Schnicked. It's been a while since I read some comics at all. Anyway, so next morning or 2 days later, Bruce was poisoned. He was set on fire. He fell off a building, and he was unconscious for 2 days. And the only thing Alfred offers him is some aspirin. Like, yeah, the hydration is good, but apparently Alfred also knows that Batman is Wolverine. Also, it's not just Batman and Gordon. I keep coming back to, it's not just Batman and Gordon. It's Gordon and it's Gordon, Batman, Gordon, the old folks home. And apparently old man Morgan Freeman was able to synthesize an antidote, or an antitoxin to the flower toxin. And I did not know at this point, like, it wasn't mentioned at all. And apparently old man Morgan Freeman is a scientist, but I thought he was more into technology. I did not know he specialized in biology or toxicology either. Like, yeah, apparently that's a thing. He also knows toxicology. And believe it or not, we've run on to 20 minutes ago. Or 20 minutes already. Like, it's time for me to go. This is the end of part 3. I'll be back soon with part 4.